You prayed for money. You cried for financial breakthrough. You asked God to bless you. But what if I tell you God heard your prayer, yet didn't send money? What if the delay you're frustrated with is not denial, but divine preparation? Many people quit faith right here. They say, I prayed, but nothing changed. No, everything changed, just not where you were looking. Because God does not multiply chaos. God multiplies capacity. If you leave this message early, you'll think God ignored you. But if you stay till the end, you'll understand something that can change your finances for the rest of your life. Stay with me, because this message explains why some people receive increase, while others only keep praying for it. When people pray for money, they expect cash, but God often answers by giving wisdom, discipline, and vision. Why? Because money is not a blessing if it destroys you. If God gave you abundance before maturity, it would multiply stress, pride, fear, and loss. So instead of money, God works on your habits, your faithfulness in small things, because money reveals character. It doesn't create it. Provision is what keeps you alive. Multiplication is what changes generations. God gives provision freely, but multiplication is entrusted. Look at this truth. You can pray for rain, but if you don't prepare the field, rain becomes destruction. Many people want overflow, but they haven't proven stewardship. God watches how you handle little income, small opportunities, quiet seasons, because what you honor in small form, God releases in multiplied form. While you were praying for money, God was preparing you by Zai, teaching patience, exposing waste, training consistency, building faith. You thought nothing was happening, but heaven was investing in you. Preparation feels slow, but it saves you from future loss. Delay is not punishment. Delay is protection. Here is a hard truth. God does not multiply excuses. God does not multiply laziness. God does not multiply irresponsibility. He multiplies faithfulness, obedience, vision, integrity. If you cannot manage increase in private, you are not ready for increase in public. Multiplication is not about how much you have. It's about how well you manage what you have. Multiplication begins the moment you stop chasing money and start building value. Money follows purpose. Increase follows obedience. When your heart aligns with God's system, money becomes a tool, not a master. And suddenly, opportunities open, ideas increase. Favor follows you, because God doesn't just give money, He creates multipliers. You didn't pray in vain. God didn't forget you. He prepared you. You prayed for money, but God prepared you for multiplication. And when multiplication comes, it will not just bless you, it will sustain you. So don't rush the process. Don't doubt the delay. Your preparation is proof. Your increase is coming. When you prayed for money, you were not wrong. Your desire was real. Your need was real. And God heard every word of that prayer. But here is the truth many people miss. God does not answer money prayers by dropping currency into your hands. He answers them by transforming the person who is asking. Because if your character remains the same, money will only magnify your problems instead of solving them. God is more concerned with who you become than with what you receive, because who you are will determine how long what you receive will last. Money is powerful, but it is also revealing. It does not change a person, it exposes a person. If there is fear inside, money multiplies fear. If there is pride inside, money multiplies pride. If there is confusion inside, money multiplies confusion. That is why God often withholds financial increase until the inner foundation is strong enough to carry the weight of abundance. What looks like delay is actually mercy. God is protecting you from a blessing that could destroy you if given too early. Many people think the answer to financial struggle is more money, but God knows the real issue is often lack of wisdom, discipline, and vision. So instead of increasing your income, He increases your understanding. Instead of giving you overflow, He teaches you order. Instead of giving you excess, He trains you in faithfulness. These changes are subtle, almost invisible, which is why people say, nothing is happening. But something is happening at the deepest level of your life. Think about this. If money were the real solution, then everyone who has money would have peace. But we see wealthy people anxious, broken, and empty. Why? Because money without maturity becomes a burden. God does not want you to survive financially for a season. He wants you to be stable for a lifetime. That stability begins inside you, not inside your bank account. When God starts answering your prayer, He may confront your spending habits, your priorities, and your patience. He may teach you to say no, to wait, to plan, and to trust Him in uncomfortable seasons. This is not punishment. This is preparation. God is shaping your thinking so that when increase comes, you will not waste it, fear it, or worship it. You will manage it. Money is not the goal, stewardship is. God looks at how you handle little things, because little things reveal big truths. How you treat small opportunities shows whether you are ready for greater ones. How you manage limited resources shows whether you can handle abundance. If you cannot be trusted with little, more will not help you. It will only expose you. Many people stop praying because they think God is silent. In reality, God is speaking through growth. He is teaching you to think differently about wealth, success, and security. He is pulling your dependence away from money and placing it on Him. That shift is crucial because money is unstable, but God is not. When your trust is in God rather than in income, you are finally in a position where money cannot control you. God answers money prayers by building capacity. Capacity in your mind to think bigger. Capacity in your heart to stay humble. Capacity in your habits to remain disciplined. When that capacity is ready, money becomes a servant, not a master. It flows through your life instead of trapping your life. So if you prayed for money and nothing changed on the outside, look again. Check what changed on the inside. Your patience may be stronger. Your awareness may be sharper. Your faith may be deeper. These are not small things. These are the foundations of lasting increase. God is not slow. He is intentional. He is not ignoring your prayer. He is answering it in the only way that leads to true multiplication. Provision keeps you alive, but multiplication changes your future. Many people confuse the two and wonder why their prayers seem to stop at survival. God is faithful to provide what you need, but multiplication operates on a different level. Provision meets today's needs. Multiplication is entrusted to those prepared to carry tomorrow's responsibility. This is why some people experience just enough, while others walk into lasting increase. The difference is not favor alone, but readiness. Provision is a gift. You don't earn it. God provides because He is good, because He is faithful, and because He sustains life. Even people who are not disciplined, organized, or spiritually mature still experience provision. They eat, they survive, they continue. But multiplication is not automatic. It is not about survival. It is about stewardship. God does not multiply what is unmanaged, disrespected, or wasted. He multiplies what is honored and handled with wisdom. Before multiplication ever appears, preparation always comes first. This preparation often feels ordinary, slow, and even frustrating. It looks like learning to manage limited resources, staying faithful when the return seems small, and being consistent when nobody notices. Many people underestimate this season and try to rush past it. But the preparation stage determines the quality of the multiplication stage. If the foundation is weak, increase becomes dangerous. Think about this truth: rain falling on an unprepared field does not produce harvest, it produces destruction. In the same way, sudden financial increase in an unprepared life can destroy peace, relationships, and purpose. God understands this, which is why He often withholds multiplication until the person is ready. What feels like delay is actually divine wisdom at work. God watches how you handle provision because provision reveals your heart. Do you complain when it feels small? Do you waste what you prayed for? Do you treat daily blessings as insignificant? The way you handle provision speaks louder than your prayers for increase. If you dishonor what you have, more will not fix the problem. It will only make it bigger. Multiplication is not about the amount you receive. It is about the order in which you live. God looks for structure, discipline, and obedience. He looks for people who can manage responsibility without losing humility. When he sees that you are faithful with provision, he begins to release multiplication. Not all at once, but in ways that stretch you without breaking you. Many people want overflow because they think it will bring freedom. But freedom does not come from abundance alone. It comes from wisdom. Without wisdom, abundance creates new chains. God does not want to trap you with what you prayed for. He wants to free you through what he gives. That is why preparation is non-negotiable. Multiplication also carries influence. When God multiplies what you have, it affects others, not just you. Your decisions matter more. Your actions have greater impact. Your mistakes become more costly. God prepares you for this weight by teaching you obedience in small things. If you cannot carry the responsibility of provision with gratitude and discipline, you are not ready for the influence of multiplication. Preparation teaches patience, and patience protects increase. Quick money often leaves quickly, but prepared increase remains. God is not interested in giving you a moment of success. He is interested in building a legacy. That kind of increase requires time, growth, and trust. So if your life feels stuck at provision, do not despise it. Provision is proof that God is faithful. Use this season to build habits, wisdom, and discipline. Treat what you have with honor. Manage it with care. Learn from it. Because when preparation is complete, multiplication will not need to be forced. It will come naturally, sustainably, and with peace. What you can manage determines what God can multiply, and this truth is often uncomfortable because it shifts responsibility back to us. Many people pray for increase while avoiding the discipline that makes increase safe. But God does not release multiplication based on desire alone. He releases it based on demonstrated stewardship. Management is proof of readiness. It shows whether a person can handle more without being controlled by it. Management is not about how much you have, it is about how you treat what you have. Someone can have very little and still manage it well, and another can have much and waste it quickly. God looks at patterns, not promises. He watches consistency, not momentary enthusiasm. If your life shows disorder, confusion, and neglect in small things, multiplication would only magnify that disorder. God is too wise to bless chaos. When you manage well, you create space for increase. Order attracts multiplication. Discipline invites trust. Responsibility opens doors that prayer alone cannot open. This is why some opportunities never reach certain people, not because God is unwilling, but because the person is not prepared to sustain what they are asking for. Increase always comes with weight, and weight requires strength. Many people believe that once they receive more, they will manage better. But this is a lie. Management does not improve with abundance, it is revealed by abundance. If you struggle to manage time, relationships, and responsibilities now, money will not fix that. It will expose it. God knows this, which is why He trains you in management before He releases increase. Management also reveals trustworthiness. God does not multiply what cannot be trusted. Trust is built in small, quiet moments where no one is watching. How you handle your resources, your commitments, and your words matters. When you are careless with small things, it signals that you are not ready for bigger ones. But when you are faithful, even in hidden places, it shows maturity. Multiplication follows structure. Without structure, increase leaks away. This is why many people experience sudden breakthroughs and then lose them just as quickly. The problem was not the blessing, it was the lack of management. God wants your increase to remain, not to become another painful memory. So he delays multiplication until your capacity is strong enough to hold it. God is not impressed by potential alone. Potential without discipline is dangerous. What moves God is obedience in action. When you manage what you have with excellence, you show that you value what he has already entrusted to you. That honor invites more. God multiplies what is respected. Managing well also develops humility. It reminds you that what you have is entrusted, not owned. This mindset protects your heart from pride when increase comes. Pride destroys multiplication, but humility sustains it. God prepares you to stay grounded, so that abundance does not separate you from him. Many people want God to change their financial situation, but God wants to change their systems. Systems determine sustainability. Without systems, success becomes stressful. God is teaching you how to live in a way that can support increase without fear or anxiety. That is why management comes before multiplication. So if you are waiting for more, examine how you manage now. Improve what you can control. Bring order where there is disorder. Be faithful where you are. These actions are not small in God's eyes. They are signals of readiness. When God sees that you can manage what he has given you, he can safely multiply it. And when he multiplies it, it will not overwhelm you. It will elevate you, bless others, and bring peace instead of pressure.